The Battle of Eastern Spur and the Mountain Pass is about to begin. Let's check who has terrain superiority. Of course it's going to be the goblins. There's 5 of them. I've only got 4 figures on the free people's side. So yeah, goblins have got superiority. So they're going to get an extra card. We get back the goblins because that was a separate battle, right? And of course we can include regroup and vampirism, which I think is going to be the one I'm going to play this time. We may as well make use of these guys while they're here and save the cards. I think we've got a good foothold here for the free peoples, but I think I'm going to play the dwarf veterans. Old hatred. Okay. Now let's roll. So we'll do as we do traditionally. We'll do free peoples first. So they've got a combat strength of 2, 4, 5, 6. 2 for the dwarf veterans, 1 each for the elves. So we roll the maximum 5 dice, and then it's 1, 2, 2 black ones for the dwarf veterans. Remember, it's 1 black die for each figure that matches the manoeuvre card. 5s or 6s. Oh, we've got 1 hit, that's all. We've got 3 leadership. We can re-roll 3. So let's take 2 black, 1 white. Come on. Yes! Excellent. Right, we did get it. 3 hits and we've succeeded at the manoeuvre. So that's 3, 4 damage. 1 extra 1 here, and we remove their leadership token. That's a good start. Alright then, Shadow. We have 5 white dice. Each of the goblins, 5s and 6s. Ooh, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. We got 1 hit. That's all we needed for Vampire-like to do its job. 1 hit was the minimum. We got 1 leadership. So we can re-roll 1 of these. And it's another 4. It's just 2 damage. Okay, this one I can't use again. This one I can use again, so that's not a problem, but I have to remove 1 bat. Now we apply damage. We've got 3 damage here, so we don't need to damage. We've got to lose this leadership token. And then we've got 1, 2, 4, 6 damage here, so we have to take 1 casualty. So we lose 1, take away 2, that takes us down to 4 damage. 4 units. Okay, we can leave it there. Now I think we should press the attack. Now the goblins, can they rout? I don't think they can. No. You can't rout back into the mountain pass. In theory, they could retreat into this region here, but then they'd be over the 5 unit limit. We'd have to remove some anyway. We'd have to remove 4 units, so they might as well stand. There's not much they can do there. So the free peoples are going to continue to press. I think we will use... Actually, I think we'll use the Wood Elf archers. These guys here. And Shadow's going to use Vampire-like once more. Free peoples, we have combat strength of 6 once more. 1 black die for the Wood Elf archers. Okay, we're looking for 5s and 6s, remember. And we got 2 hits. We haven't enabled this one. We've got 3 leadership. We get to re-roll all 3. And we got 1 more hit. So the hail of darts didn't fire, but 3 hits is good. 3 hits is very good. Right. Shadow player has only 4 goblins, so it's 4 dice, but we've got a guaranteed hit if we can get at least 1 damage from Vampire-like. 5s and 6s, remember. Ooh, just one hit, but that's enough to get vampire-like. That's 2 damage. And now we can't use this one again. Let's apply this damage now. Take our casualties. Start over here. We've got to take away 1, 2, and unfortunately 3. 3 damage, 2 units. The goblins are down to just a single unit now. It's not looking pretty for the free peoples either. 2 damage. Let's take away the spearman. Well, that'll do it actually. Yeah. Let's keep the spearman. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 damage, 3 units. Not as bad as I first thought. Well, we definitely want to continue to press as the free peoples. These can't retreat without casualties. So let's see. Well, I'm going to use the wood elf spearman, I think, to cancel 1 damage from those inflicted. So at least we can do damage limitation here. Shadow. Let's see. I'm tempted to do this because at least we can go down. At least we can go down fighting. Let's do that. Let's use the goblins once again. Okay, let's start with 3 peoples as usual. So we got 2, 4, 5 dice and 1 wood elf spearman. Okay. For a hit on the black. Oh, that's beautiful. 3 hits, and we do have. Whoops, and we do have the wall of spears. Let's reroll these 2 for our leader reroll. Yeah, nothing there. They're pretty much out of here, aren't they? Now it's 1 die, a black one for the goblins. 5 or a 6 will do. Oh, a 1. Okay. Now the question is, do we want to advance into this area here? I don't think we do. Well, obviously the danger now is that these guys are going to move in here and attack camp, or move in here and attack these lake men, or even the ruins of Dale. Let's advance them. Now, Shadow doesn't have any character dice, so we're not going to be able to do any fast movement, but I've got something better. This is going to take 3 peoples by surprise. It's called Hurrying Multitude, and it needs an army die. Which is fine, we have an army muster. It says choose up to 2 shadow armies and move each of them up to 2 regions. Well, we're going to move these guys around 1, 2 to take the place of this army. And we're going to seize control of the ruins of Dale. Just wondering, can we move twice through here? Because this first region is adjacent. Yeah, I checked the rules. Even if event cards are used, they can only move to 1 region if the first one is adjacent to an enemy. Let's stop them taking the ruins of Dale. An interesting ruling. But it has left 3 peoples with little choice. I'm going to have to use this Will of the West as an army die. And we're going to do 2 movements. 1 in here, which means we've lost the advantage of the hills. I'm wondering whether to move these guys down in here. To slowly advance these orcs. Abandon the eastern spur. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? I think we'll do that and lock these 2 armies into attacks. It's already happening here. As for shadow, I'm in no rush in a minute, I don't think. I'm going to use this eye to get 2 more goblins on the board. They are relentless. We'll muster one here, and open this mountain pass. Back over here, I've got a character die left. I think I've got 2 options here. He is not lost. Bring Darwin back into play, possibly in the Ruins of Dale to offer some leadership there. Or Troop Leader, remove up to 2 damage tokens from a friendly army with leadership and fix that Dwarven army. Seeing 2 of these removed would be good, but at the same time I could even do a fast movement, bring these dwarf regulars in here or in here. That's quite a good option. I can't fast move those because there's an adjacent region. I could move all my characters. What's interesting here is that these characters don't suffer the same, the movement restrictions that armies do. So he could move twice and move into here. And then we can bring Thranduil potentially over here. Gandalf is going to head down into the valley. Well, I want to show you another couple of rules, but we're going to do this in 2 steps, I think. First off, I'm going to use this army, muster as an army, and do a strategic movement, move 2 armies. And the first army I'm going to move is this one, but I'm just going to move these 3 wargs, 1 region. I'm going to bring the leadership token with them. I can't leave both damage here because you can't leave damage behind that exceeds the number of units. I'm going to bring just 1 damage token with me. This is called splitting an army. And this, with my second movement, I can move this orc in here. Now this is up to 5 orcs, right? I've got to bring the damage with me. This is merging an army. Then finally I've got this muster die left. And with that muster die, I'm going to play the orcs from Gundabad. It has the muster on it. And this one allows me to place 2 orcs in 1 shadow army, and then I may move or attack with that army. 2 orcs in here. And then I'm just going to move across here. Yeah, so what I've done is just try to push forward while I can. And I've got quite a few options. I mean, I could have gone for the battle against battle. But in this way, I've kind of maximised my units, and there's still a chance. You're leaving it to the dice a little bit. I want to put the dice in my favour by massing my forces a lot more strongly, and it should give you an exciting next turn. All right, that'll do it. Let's get these leadership tokens off, and that's obviously going to weaken this army substantially. Yeah, I think that's it, and the bats. I'll see you next time.